welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. Part of that is because someone stole my camera in April. Someone broke into my car and it was just like a whole situation, but I was fine. Like I was like doing something, came back to my car, it was unlocked, so you know, it was like my own fault sort of, but it still sucks that someone did that. So I really just wanted to do like a quick life update video. It's actually September 16th, 2021 now. You've been keeping up with my vlog, so yes, April to September is a very long time. In case you don't know or you don't follow me on Instagram or something, I actually already graduated from the University of Central Florida. I graduated over the summer. I was missing literally 2 credits to graduate, and just because of the way scheduling works and the way my schedule worked and the amount of credits I could take, I literally had to take summer semester just to take that class. I ended up taking another class too, but it was pointless because it didn't go well, but that's okay. If you didn't see my last video, I posted like a little update how I didn't get into vet school and how I was just gonna take a gap year and like work on improving my application. And my original plan was to stay in Orlando and just, you know, experience like being an adult, working, like which I've had a job since my sophomore year and I've had a job since I was 16, but like completely being on my own, paying rent, without relying on loans and not having the help from my parents, because I've been fortunate enough that they do send me grocery money each week while I'm in school. So I was really excited for it. I think I was really bummed out at first that like I didn't get into vet school, and I kind of had like a depressive episode, and it was really hard to accept like, dang, like I didn't really you know, I didn't get in my first cycle, but the majority of applicants don't get in their first cycle. And I think reflecting on that and realizing, okay, is this something that I really want to pursue? Because it's just so difficult. Like the field in itself is incredibly difficult. So being rejected by all the schools you applied to your first time really hits different. And I had met with a couple of my mentors. I was still doing APVMA stuff. I was like finishing my year as the president. So I was meeting with advisors and I was talking to people about it. I was talking to my friends who were already in vet school. I was talking to my family. And it actually kind of hit me one night. It was very random. I think I like went home from work and, you know, I was still feeling a little depressed about not getting in and like having to take a gap year, which isn't a bad thing because I honestly think you can learn so much from a gap year. Like once I like got out of that depressive episode, I was like, okay, these are all the things I want to do during my gap year. But my biggest weakness on my MCAS last year was my GPA. And because I only had 2 semesters to fix it, it wasn't enough. And I definitely struggled. Undergraduate isn't easy. And, you know, I'm sure there's people out there who like got an A in every single class and had a 4.0 throughout undergraduate, but that's not me, and that's not the case for everyone. And you know, everyone's different, but I struggled because of personal reasons, mental health specifically. And you know what, I'm happy, like whatever, like I survived, I graduated, I got my diploma. I officially have a bachelor's of science in biology and a minor in environmental studies. So that's, you know, that's a really big accomplishment, and I'm happy I got to do that. Sorry, I ran on a rant. So basically what happened was I was really in denial, but like I was talking to people and, you know, I was just trying to get through it and, you know, trying to make the most of what my gap year would be. But then one day I like sat down on FaceTime with a mentor of mine who actually went to UCF with me at one point. Her name is Tara Fellows. I will link I will put her Vetstagram right here. She is a really amazing person. She's helped me so much, and she's actually my mentor now. She talked to me about doing a master's program because of the fact that my biggest weakness was my GPA. And as much as I would have loved to fix it in 2 semesters, it's really hard to do that. And even if you like go back and retake classes, it's just going to keep widening that scale, and it's just really hard to come out of that. So that's why I went ahead and applied to the master's program, like after talking to her and her friend Maddie about it, who also has a Vetstagram, which I'll put here. So they made me like open my eyes and realize like, hey, like it isn't the end of the world. And a gap year is fine, but I can take that gap year and earn a degree. I could do, you know, I could travel, I could get more experience, but experience wasn't my weakness. That's why I was like, okay, you know what, I'll look into it. And what scared me the most is that I really had difficulty getting through my undergrad. So I was like, how am I gonna get through a master's program? I was freaking out internally. I was like, if I do this, like, how am I gonna survive? How is this gonna go? There was just so many what ifs and anxious thoughts, intrusive anxious thoughts going through my mind. But after sitting down with them and then talking to my family about it and talking to my friends, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Now, it was a little rough because since I was going back and forth so much, like I had opened the application and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then, you know what, I just decided flat out to do it. And since I decided to apply so late, I want to say it was like May or June where I was like, for sure, like I'm going to do this. It was due in July, or I wanted to get it done in June or something. So I literally did the whole application in 2 weeks, and I reviewed my essay with like 20 people who would listen and actually read my essay. And I killed it. I think that's like the best essay I've ever written in my life. And I sent everything, and I was talking to the advisor, and I was just like, okay, I'm actually excited for this. I'm a little afraid because it's more school, but it's fine. I ended up getting in, and I got in so late that I literally had to like figure out how the heck I was gonna move here and everything. Like within the span of 2 weeks, I found a place on Facebook, I DM'd them, and now I'm living in Virginia. So I didn't mention what program I applied to, but there's only, as far as I know, there's only one of 2 vet schools that offers this. I am currently at Lincoln Memorial University getting my master's in veterinary biomedical science. And it's kind of like a vet up program. Like I know some schools offer that. I think Colorado offers a similar program. Kansas is the only other one that I looked into that has a year-long master's program. So usually masters are anywhere from like 2 to 3 years, but not many of them are a year long. So that's why I was lucky that like Tara was talking to me about it, and she did the program last year, and now she's in the vet school. And it's not something that like, okay, you do the master's program or you do their vet up program and you're guaranteed admission. Some schools are like that, but Lincoln Memorial University specifically, their program guarantees you an interview if you get a 3.0 your first semester of the master's program. And right now it's going pretty good. Hopefully it stays that way. I get to take Veterinary Anatomy 1 with the first year vet students. So I'm in their veterinary anatomy course with them. We have like our lab groups, our first years in the master's program. And then we also take veterinary parasitology in the spring with the first years. And the way it works is if I'm lucky enough, you know, and I do really well in anatomy and I have a 3.0 my first semester of the master's. And again, hopefully it stays that way. It's going pretty okay right now. I am struggling with anatomy, but don't worry. I am reaching out to tutors, my mentor is helping me, and I literally go to like every single session I possibly can, and I try to make the most of it. It's very difficult. Anatomy is not easy, and I feel like, you know how in undergrad, you know, there's like your weed out classes like organic chemistry. This is your vet school weed out class because a lot of people don't survive anatomy, so you want to make sure you're working your butt off. I probably study anatomy like 4 hours a day. I'm not even kidding. This week, luckily, we just had our test, so right now I'm like not too anatomy focused, but we had like 4 lectures yesterday, 3 lectures today on anatomy. So it's just a lot, but it's okay. You get used to it. I will definitely say like it is a lot of studying. Like I'm here to study. I don't really do anything else except take Mau to the dog park. There's one dog park here. We're literally in the middle of nowhere, so all like my free time is like taking Maui to the dog park or running or going to the gym, and then I just study or sleep or watch Netflix. That's like what I do for my free time: sleep, Netflix, or take the dog out, which I don't really have a lot of time for Netflix and sleeping. But Maui's my main priority, so anytime I get a chance, I try to spend time with him. I try to take him to the dog park because I am consistently in school. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm about a month into my master's program. Orientation was August 3rd. We started classes August 9th, and it's now September 16th. Like I said, we just had our first anatomy exam. We have a advanced cellular biochemistry exam next week. So I literally just got home from the biochemistry tutoring session oh, take advantage of those tutoring sessions. They're gonna help you so much. So I just got home from that tutoring session, and you know, I'm getting ready for bed, but I wanted to make this really quick. My next video will just be a day in the life video, but thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about my master's program, if you want to learn more about it, I can definitely make more content on it, and it won't just be me sitting. I can like interview people who did the master's program and were fortunate enough and worked their asses off enough to get into the veterinary program, but I can definitely give you guys more information if you want to look into it. It's just a different path, and I think it's important to recognize it doesn't mean that you're going to be a bad veterinarian if you didn't get in your first cycle. It doesn't mean that your future is over if you didn't get in your first cycle, and there is hope. So if you are applying this year, that's Maui in the background, by the way. If you are applying this year, don't forget that the deadline was extended to September 29th because of the issues with Hurricane Ida and some students who may not have internet connection because of that. So keep that in mind. I personally have not submitted my application. I really just want to like review one more time because I really want to get in this cycle, which again, not the end of the world if I don't, because there's always another cycle that I can apply to, but knock on wood, hopefully this is it for me and I get in this cycle. I'll keep you posted on my life here. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more Maui content. And if you have any questions or want to hear more about the master's program, let me know in the comments below. Come on, Mama. Just go to bed. Every time I put the camera close to him, he wags his tail. Yes, Maui, you're the star. They're only here for you.